Okay. Let's start this by having to justify my reason for existing really fast. Okay? We'll get there. We'll get there. Hello everybody, Silicontent here. Welcome back to another stream. Instead of actually making content, I guess I'm just a streamer now. So I don't know, is this the part where I set up an OnlyFans or does that come later? Anyways, today's stream, we're making things. So if you don't like creativity, who the hell am I kidding? If you don't like random rambling and, you know, staring at text files all day, probably don't want to watch this one. That's okay. I don't judge. Obviously, why have I been invited to a Zoom meeting? The hell? Dude, don't they know that I'm a big-time streamer and I don't have time for this? I mean, this could be one of them tests, you know? Yeah, that looks real. Anyways. Sorry. Instantly distracted as usual. Okay, so I feel a need to justify myself here, because I know that as soon as I show what I'm working on, everyone is going to judge me. I've made this game before. I've made this game about 5 separate times before. However, every single time that I've made this game, I've not been very happy with how it turned out. It's called G Shucks, take your pick, big time streaming. You know, you're right, Connor. So we're making another one of them, you're a square running around and dashing into things games. And, just hit my controller on the desk. And, I don't really have much to say besides that, I guess. There's not really much I can say. It's basically the same game, but hopefully it feels more like a game and less like a Flash game. Yeah. I don't know. Every single time that I've made this game, it's always been at like a different stage of ignorance. So I started off being a complete idiot, and that game was, in my opinion, sure, you can enjoy it. That game was not very good. It was not very well made. Second game was a pretty solid step up. There's actually one in between that I never finished. It was a pretty solid step up, but it doesn't feel right. I'm looking at the camera like you can see me. But then we're trying it again. So, yeah, this is going to be a very boring stream. I'm purely doing this as an excuse to just work on this, instead of doing, like, schoolwork or anything. So yeah, let's fucking do it. Shit, where am I going? Right here. Hello! So, I was just gonna quickly, there's not much going on right now. Also, just to welcome everyone for posterity. Welcome, Connor. Welcome, Tyler. Welcome, Mr. Man. We're doing endurance. Yes. That's one of the things that I never liked about the game. I didn't like the name. So I've just, for the time being, I just called this Project Dash. It makes it sound a lot cooler than it actually is. I'll come up with a better name later. But for now, I'm just going to show you kind of what the movement looks like, feels like. And kind of build off there. God, that was loud. Jesus Christ. So yeah, I'm playing with a controller right now because Data's my college get out. We get out. You watched every change video. Right! I knew your name sounded familiar. I'm so sorry about that, by the way, but welcome back. This is not going to be a changed video. Yeah, finals week is the week of the 4th, of May 4th. So only a couple more weeks now. And then finals only go until, can you jump? Finals only go until Thursday, so anyways. So to those who have played the original game, which is about 66% of you, for one, it looks very similar, except we have little particle effects now, so this will run worse on a Chromebook. But then if I dash, we have a really loud, obnoxious sound, along with some extra cool pizzazz or whatever. Same week for me. Yeah, I kind of figured. But yeah, so this is kind of what we got so far. So far, it would be funny to add a jump I don't even want to imagine how that would work. Enabling gravity. Now that I think about it, what would happen if I enabled gravity? Goop in the reversal, imaginary. I'm curious now. What happens if I enable gravity? I mean, yeah, I should have seen that coming. But you know what, man? It was worth a shot. Okay, it was worth a shot. Anyways, yeah. So, to those who haven't played this game, this is mainly for the VOD. Not that anyone's gonna watch this later. This is mainly for the VOD. If you do want to play this, or the older versions of it, the itch page exists. I think I linked it in the description of the stream. So you can play this version, you can play it in the web, or you can, I'm putting builds of this version. Thanks for the notification. I'm putting builds of this. I get it. No, I got it. No, you're fine, Mr. Man. Putting builds of this one, the one that I'm working on here, if you want to try it. So if you want to try, tell me how the movement feels is basically what I'm saying. Because I don't want this movement to feel like ass, because I'm the only one who's trying it. Wait. But, yeah, so that's something I'm kind of focusing on early on is keyboard and controller input. Weirdly enough, the entire time, all of these games have only been playable with keyboard, but I really like controller for this game. It feels right. Anyways, no more of that. We can actually do stuff. So what I've been working on right now is kind of making sure that the player controller feels right, which is kind of why I'm doing this stream, so that hopefully more people look at this and would want to try it for a little bit. Just tell me how movement feels. So I've been working on those particle effects. I added sound effects not because I felt it was, you know, I want to like get the entire thing polished and, you know, complete before I move on to the next thing, but just because I feel like they added a bit more of an oomph to the dash. Can you add guns? Those are on the table. If I switch over to here, I can show you, we have the almighty Trello board covered in nonsense. This is the one for the old version that I just kept because a lot of the ideas I had for it are still in here, but they never got added. So what are we seeing here? I remember thinking you were at least 15 to 17 and I saw your video playing FNAF Abandoned Dreams and I was like, he's like in his 20s. I am not in my 20s. I'm not quite in my 20s yet. The changed videos were from kind of around that time period, but I'm 19 now. So I'm pretty close to 20. So I'll give you that, but not quite there yet. Can't drink legally. It's a 19-year-old child. Thanks, Connor. Yeah, I think I've blabbed enough about what I have so far. So yeah, like I said, if anyone has any time and you want to, go ahead and try this build of the game. It's like a 30 megabyte Windows exe. I didn't build it for anything else because if you're on Mac, I don't believe you exist. And yeah. So back to what I was doing. It's been a while since I've built anything in Godot. That's how I'm pronouncing it. It's been a while since I've built anything in Godot, so I'm kind of having to get used to its syntax again, and I'm starting to learn more things about it and trying new things, but I don't know if they're the right thing to do. I'm almost 20 next Tuesday is my anniversary. Right, yes, I think I have that in my calendar somewhere. So just so I don't forget, Connor, congratulations on almost being old. So yeah, I've been watching a bunch of different videos on how to like structure everything properly, and I still don't think I'm doing it right, and I'm being called. So put that explanation on pause really fast. Okay, anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, so I'm trying to document everything that I've been doing. I've been been trying to document everything that I'm doing. Not that it really matters, because I'm going to be the only one who ever looks at this. But that is the Terraria soundtrack. It's like one of the 2 soundtracks that I use in my videos, as Connor can attest. Yeah, so some of the things that I wanted to do today was kind of finish up my player a little bit. Try and get that really solid so I can start working on enemies and then start figuring out the interaction between them, which hopefully shouldn't be that bad. I hope. Knock on wood. So yeah, kind of figuring out that, and then potentially working on a draft for this UI, because this worked fine in the last version. I think it was okay, but I want something different now. I want something that better reflects the way the dash works, because the dash has been changed. I said the thing. The dash has been altered. Is your board public? I don't think so. I had to get a PC, guess which game I'm buying. Well, we were just talking about Terraria, but something tells me... Is my board public? I gotta actually check. I don't think so. I can certainly look. I don't like Trello for a living, so I don't know. Let's see... Visibility... Public. There. I've made it public. Okay. Pause for a second. That's gonna bug me if that keeps popping up. Never. Thank you very much. Sorry. I'm messing around with things again. You like puzzles. You know, that's fair. You've seen the whole series, so I don't have to go over my thoughts on the game. Yeah, board's public, I guess, if you really want to look at it. You want link. Well, here, I'll just put it in the description. How's that sound? Okay, I guess if you want the Trello board, if you want to look at the Trello board, whoa, you can look in the description now. But, yeah, so that's the plan for today. Only other thing I am going to mention is that I'm going to have to dip out for a little bit at around 5, because I need to go pick up my mother from work, and I respect my mother, so I'm going to prioritize that over this goofy little stream. You really don't know what to do in terms of what game you're getting. Maybe I'll get Minecraft too. Yeah, get Minecraft, download some free stuff. Just get Steam. Start with Steam, and then, you know, that's... Once you get Steam, you're pretty much set. Or you could download one of my games. Ooh. Who gave me a YouTube channel? Yeah, so we're gonna do programming today. Yay! Finally, I'm getting to use that degree. Okay, I have to find a good place to set this controller. I'm feeling a bit mischievous when I get Minecraft. I don't like the sound of that. Please watch yourself. You know, I've been messing around with like private variables and all this stuff. Various great games on Steam. Games go on sale every day. Exactly. Once you get Steam, there's no going back. Just keep an eye on your bank account. So the thing that I was doing, I was trying to better make this modular. Oh, I was also working on doc strings for this, just so that if I go to search all the documentation, I can read up on the thing that I made. I want to customize my square. All the mods I kick if there's only one that will make me rage the most. You want to customize the square. I'll add here customize player. There, it's on the Trello board now. You happy? Yeah, so I'm just trying my best to document everything, just so that if I drop this project, when I drop this project and I come back to it like a year later, I can kind of tell what I was doing. Basically, I'm taking everything that I've learned so far at college and I'm trying to implement it in my silly little square game. So that's about it. So yeah, I'm describing the hitbox component. It adds a hitbox to an object that connects to the object itself. Component that darn it, why do I stream? I can't do anything while I'm streaming. Yeah, I've been doing a bunch of research into stuff like composition, which is basically, instead of like putting everything about the player in this one big file here, a la Yandere Simulator, that's not a fair comparison, but still, putting them in these tiny little blocks called components that I can then use in a bunch of different places instead of having to rewrite everything. I'm not doing it very well, I don't think, because I basically just have... This is a disaster. But hopefully nothing else in the game will need to dash, so I can just leave that there. And I'll probably eventually move like this movement stuff into a component or whatever. But for right now, I just want to... It works. I'm going to leave it alone. And if I need to, I can make stuff more modular later. Or if someone is more competent than me, they can go download the source code and make a better game than me. But that's a problem for later. So the thing that I was going to do is I was going to... Oh, where does that get set? Right, that gets set there. Current speed... Yeah, I was thinking about taking these, because these are never used in the script itself. These are only ever used in the dash component. So, no, I'll leave it. I'll leave it. Terraria's on the Wii? On the Wii or the Wii U? I'm very aware of it on the Wii U. I don't think it's on the Wii. But I could be wrong. Maybe someone homebrewed it on there. The homebrew people are so strange. Voice acting? Calm down. I'm not, at the moment anyways, I'm not adding story to the silly little square game that runs around and makes noises. Let's see, I was gonna... Another thing, I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit. These need to be turned down a little bit. And then of course I have it set up so that you'll be able to change volumes yourself, but we'll get there later. Yeah, Terraria's on the Wii U. I have streams about that if you want to check those out. Connor's in some of them. Yeah. We need lore. I'm not... You can add lore all you want. That's not my job right now. Okay, I'm decently happy with this. I want to... Let's see. This is just debug right now. I'm not worried about that. If I go into player, I was going to tweak dash speed. Right. So, for those who've played this game before, you probably know the dash as you press, like, the spacebar, and your speed gets really, really fast and stays fast for a long time, and then it slows down as your dash ends. And just, like, one little... It just... I need to draw a graph of this. Here, let me just... You get really fast, and then it slowly comes down at the very end. And that's it. This dash starts out with a really big boost of speed that quickly diminishes to this other speed here. This is the speed that it stays at for a while before coming back down to this speed. So instead, it's like a two-phase dash, I guess. You get your initial boost, and then you kind of coast along before slowing back down to regular speed. The only thing about it is that this effect isn't really that obvious. I tried to emphasize it first with camera movement, but I ditched that because I didn't really like the way that it played out. Like Celeste. Yes, except in Celeste you just get the one short dash and then you immediately fall back to your regular speed. This one you maintain. Let me see if I can make this effect more obvious. So this is that initial boost, and then during the remainder of the dash, you stay kind of quick, and then you fall back down to a base speed. Why is there a cat in my coding program? That would be because you're coding in Scratch. That'll do it for you. See, it's kind of hard to describe without just showing it. It's hurting my eyes when I'm moving the cube. I showed this to Autumn, and I got that as well. So as you can see, after that initial boost, I'm still pretty fast, and then as the timer pops back up at the bottom, I slow back down to my regular speed. That's how it works. I don't know. I don't know how good it feels. Obviously, Tyler's trying it, so he can tell me how it feels. And I've just been mainly testing with controller. Do you know? Do I know what? I'm also playing on 100 FPS. Nice. About Emoji Cat. One thing you gotta understand about me, Mr. Man, is that, and the other two can attest to this, I just don't get references half the time. I'm not very good at reference getting. I can make references, but I cannot get references because I'm a little stupid. So this very well could be something I know, but I just don't know it by name. I don't know. Okay. I keep getting distracted. Also, I'm going to have to leave in just a little bit so I can pick up my mother. So we'll get there in a little bit. But going back to what you're saying about the the background, I know that's kind of could be a tiny bit smoother so it's easy on the eyes. Define smoother. I think I know what you mean, but I just want to be sure because I definitely the background is something I want to address. Got the Celeste reference, which is niche as hell. I mean, I've played Celeste. That helps. But I haven't beaten it. Don't take that as me saying I've beaten it. Not in the slightest. I've played Celeste. Which is probably... And I played Celeste with a controller. I prefer playing platformers with a controller. Any other game, I do mouse and keyboard. But platformers, I play with controller. Anyways, background. This was the background that I used in, you know, the most recent version of this game, just because it's simple. The whole quote-unquote art style of this game is simple, and so and also if it was a pure white background like the original game, you couldn't really easily tell that you were moving. So I'm definitely thinking about what I want to do with the background. I'm not sure yet. It's something I'm thinking about, but for the time being, I'm keeping it at this. So if you have any ideas about the background, what you think the background should be, it's like a little rough when I boost like frame drop, then it's fine. Oh, interesting. There's a frame drop. I guess now that I think about it, I did kind of get that, motion blur. I'm thinking it's definitely the particles. Because these particles only emit upon that. Can you just have it toggle to make it dark mode like on YouTube? That was one thing. I mean, I was also considering, and I have to go really fast, so everyone can disperse. I'll be back in a little bit if you still want to be here. But I was planning on, in the older version, having a bunch of different maps and whatnot, but I never got to it. So yes, dark mode is definitely something I'll do. I'll do that in a second, actually, but I'll be right back now. There we go. Anyways, here's the point where I test and see, have I been abandoned? Okay, anyways, what I was talking about. Let me see. Sorry, I'm recapping on chat really fast. But is this chat not going down? There we go. So sorry to rephrase. Oh, Tyler, you're still here. Okay. Let's see. So I rephrase. The game isn't losing any frames. It just looks like the cube is shaking violently. If you can send me a video of that, that would be great. Just because I'm curious to see what that means. Also, I realized in your old version, the see-through doesn't make you invisible and enemies can still attack you. Yes, so that was a admittedly poorly communicated feature. So in the older version of the game, there's 3 power-ups, as I call them, and 3 traps, or powered downs, or whatever. And one of those powered downs is a see-through thing. So its goal isn't to make you invisible to the enemies, it's to make you invisible to you, so that it's harder for you to tell where you are. I didn't make you entirely invisible just because I didn't think that was entirely fair. Again, not very well communicated. That's hopefully something I'm fixing with this version. I don't know. We'll see. I was thinking about going back and just doing a refactor of that old version, but I decided I don't care. So I'm making a new one. Anyways, back to gaming. Yeah. So now like I was saying, I'm fairly, yeah. So I don't. That's kind of the explanation behind it. There's a little guide in the old version of the game that has information about everything. So like what all the enemies do and what all the collectibles do. Which is just, I don't like the way that works, just because it's kind of a boring just menu where you go through and read. I don't like it. It's not fun. It's not intuitive. It's basically like having the wiki page in the game, and no one likes visiting the wiki page. So, for this game, I'm thinking about some kind of, for enemies anyways, I'm thinking about some kind of wave system or difficulty curve, where the longer you go for, the more diverse the enemy types get. And when you encounter an enemy for the first time, or you kill an enemy for the first time or something, you get some kind of entry in like a bestiary or whatever area, where you get to learn about the enemy. And then the collectibles can be something like that as well. I don't know. Like I said, I'm kind of, even though I've made this game about 5 times, and that's not an exaggeration, I still want to focus on stripping it down to the basics first, just like with any game, and making sure that those are really rock solid before moving on to, your more advanced features. Like, I have ideas of a upgrade system where you can use the score that you get to get permanent upgrades that persist between runs. I want to improve the power-up system so, that they're easier to choose, that the way that they spawn is a little bit different. A bunch of different ideas. I want to add more bosses. I want to add different kinds of levels and waves and obstacles and projectiles, and I want to add those things, but before we get there, I want to make sure that the player moves, the enemies go to the player, and the player can kill the enemies to get points. That's it. So that's why the Trello board's there. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know. Like I said, this is all just kind of a I felt like it one day sort of deal. But the thing I did want to try actually was going in to here and seeing if I can't darken this at all. Because that's fine. I don't think there's an invert option straight in here. I could probably do it with like a shader, maybe. But I don't know how to write shaders, because I don't know how to write GLSL. So I'm going to do the lazy way, and open up this, copy that, rename it Black Checkerboard. as so. Open, not in that. Open it in paint editor thing. Gray, and not quite what I was going for, but it gives me a weird furry when I boot it up. I don't know why. That's just the way it is. And then we go into filter, adjust, invert. Kind of. It's a little dark on my screen compared to OBS. It'll work for now. There we go. Yay! So yeah, we can go ahead and do cool stuff like that, I guess. I don't know what these are. I've tried to look it up. I can't. Just get rid of it. Re-import that. I think, do I have to set the, is that a thing in here? Is that straight up? Okay, never mind. So, open my background sprite, drag in my new background. Oof. That is interesting. And of course all the text is black, so you can't read it. That's fine. This might be a little too high contrast? I don't know. Let me see how it kind of feels. This feels so weird. It's different, actually. This is kind of interesting. I can't believe I've never tried this before, because I'm always one for dark mode. Oof, okay. Yeah, when it gets fast, that checkerboard gets a little weird. Sending you a video. Awesome. Let me actually open Discord. I don't have Discord open right now. But I'll get that open on the side. There we go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to witness something incredible. Hold on. It's telling me to restart. Anyways. And of course, I try and restart Discord and it gives me an error in Godot. That makes sense. But hold on. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Okay, there we go. I can hear myself think. Alright, we're gonna watch this video together. I don't think you guys are ready for this.
Okay, I'm gonna send you a recording. So when I open
I'm good. I can hear myself in the background.
You see how the cube is like violently moving when I'm going up and down? When I do that, it's like it hurts the.
Yeah, so I definitely see it. I think that would be. Would that be VSync? Because I think by default on Godot projects, VSync is enabled. Yeah, VSync is enabled. I don't know if that would be a VSync thing. It feels like a VSync thing. Because what it's doing is, if looking on here, over here, when I get up to an edge, as you can see, it kind of, the camera follows me. That's the drag position. So whenever it hits kind of the little border around me, the camera moves along with the player. And for you, that's causing that jittering. Let me see if that's because of VSync. I don't really have a good way to test this. Besides just disabling it, because I'm obviously running at 60. Not that I can tell because I can't see the damn text. Let me just there we go. Come up here. There, perfect. Okay. In fact, let me do that for these two. Yeah, I can send you a version with that VSync really fast. I don't actually know if I'll be able to send it because Nitro, I don't have it. But let me see if I can just get like a build going really fast and get it up on the page. Which is leading me to think that I should really just make a separate game page for this at this rate. Yeah, let me see. Okay, so now that we don't have VSync on, we're running at a solid... What? Oh my god! Jesus, Minecraft Java, eat your heart out. Look at that. Alright. Let me... It's kind of hard to see on the stream, but that's a solid 4,000 FPS. I don't know how accurate that count is. But let me get this exported really fast. We'll just do 0.1. Yeah, sure. Export. Export. There we go. Okay. And let me get a page going here. At this point, yeah, I'm gonna add a new game page just so they aren't cluttering up the other game. Get out of here. Okay. I'm not gonna do all the sprites and whatnot. Games, release, development, a payment. I'm not asking people to pay for this nightmare. Jump over here. Ah, yes. This is the process of game development right here. Aren't we having fun? Let me pop this over here so you can actually see what I'm doing if you want to. Game. I guess arcade? Survival, I guess? I don't know. I feel like arcade would fit better. No, I don't use AI because I'm not cringe. Let's see. Okay. You know, let's have to use save. Let me save this really fast. Let me get this build up. Get this packaged. Press. And we'll see. I'm gonna put it at 1 cent and make it 100% off. That's gonna take a little bit. You know, I don't. Very strange. You know, we're compressing that really fast, and it's done. Let me get this uploaded over here. I'll tidy this up later. You don't want to have to watch this on stream. Come on. There we go. Executable for Windows. There. Okay. So now, I don't need new music. What? Okay. I don't know what that said. There. Publish. Cool. Project dash. Copy. There. Perfect. And I'll also go ahead and take this, add it down here. Just new builds are gonna go there. I'm gonna put new builds there. So that should be sorted out now. If you want to look there. Ta-da. Expert game developer. That great, the black, it feels weird to me still. I don't know. Let me edit it a little bit, because it's just like a direct recoloring. Right? It's just a straight invert, which makes this what is this color? 1313. So it's just gray. Cool. Excellent job. You've made gray. Congratulations. Cube's still shaking. Okay, I'm trying to think, because I've seen that problem before. I just can't think of what the solution was. Let me do some tactical Googling. Jittery camera. There you go. Also getting 7,000 frames. You know, man, this is the kind of game you want 7,000 frames on. Hell yeah, brother. Here. Oh, you're in the VC. Why don't you just? I'm gonna come yell at you if you don't mind. You better not mind, or I'm gonna be furious. There we go. Boo.
Boo.
Welcome. How goes it?
Getting 7,000 frames.
Now that is the performance I'm talking about. Lots of fixes for. Okay, so I don't know if this is gonna work. This is a 4-year-old post, and this very well could be for Godot 3. I don't know. Oh God, everyone has the almost latest version, 4.6.1. Let me see. I think it was process callback. Update this during the physics frame. And let me. I just hear a freaking dash sound effect.
My mic is like right next to my headphones, so it's like
It is.
probably not do that.
It's kind of loud. We'll get a settings menu eventually.
We'll get a settings menu. It'll be done before the release.
We'll get the yeah, hopefully before the release. I'll add the settings menu in DLC, paid DLC.
Oh yeah.
God, that would, and that'll probably happen at some point too. I'm waiting for some developer to do it. Might as well be the first, right? Okay, so that works for me. Let me, just to eliminate all variables, I'm gonna re-enable vsync. And I'm gonna export this one.
Is this 0.0.3 now?
No, this is 0.0.2.2, obviously.
Oh, okay.
So that was a short-lived release. Let's go ahead and package this together.
Yep. Sadly, I won't get 7,000 frames anymore.
I'm sorry. Maybe there'll be a setting for that.
Oh yeah. Just no vsync enabled.
I mean, every game has it, you know, why be different? That is something I can, like, enable on the fly, right? That's not a thing I have to change.
I don't know.
Okay, cool. I was gonna do some fancier stuff, but unfortunately, I'm trying not to sneeze. I have this project in compatibility mode, which means that I don't get access to some of the fancier, like, GPU stuff that you get on, like, Forward Plus or whatever, so I can't do really fancy GPU stuff, but this is Squares. I don't think it needs to be, like, the most graphically intensive game in the world, hopefully.
I mean, you could add, like, enemies and make it not a square, make it like a person.
What is wrong with you? A person?
Oh, I'm sorry. A slime. We make it a slime.
Oh, dear God. Anyways, new build.
And then you kill the humans.
Right.
Yeah. 0.0.02.2.
Yeah, have fun with all these EXEs on your desktop.
I'm gonna have all of them.
Dude's gonna have the history, the comprehensive history.
I'm gonna put this on the wiki.
Is that
No.
bounding bot? Right, yeah. Never seen that before. Yeah, well.
I am also using Windows, so I don't know if that's a problem.
I don't think so, because I've made Godot games on Windows and played them on Windows, and it didn't have that problem.
Oh my god.
What?
You fixed it.
Yay. So I was about to say, let me try it on here really fast, just running the exe, because sometimes things are different between the editor and whatnot. Of course, I'm not expecting this to run perfectly, because I'm running a Windows exe through Wine. Seems fine. A little bit of lag, but that might just be the first verse. Let me see. Yeah, it's just the first
Yeah.
verse. Okay.
I don't know what you did to make it like not jittery anymore.
Well, I went to Reddit. That was step number 1. And according to this guy 2 years ago named John Raged24, he said that he changed under zoom in the camera, like the camera node right down here, this thing called process callback, which is basically when does the camera update? When does it change what you're looking at? And so in Godot you have your like idle frames or your regular frames, and you have physics frames, which is where all the physics stuff is calculated. So it's normally processed in the idle thing. I changed it to physic, you know, Albert Einstein shit, and it worked. I don't know, fucking know.
Okay, here's another thing. You're running 60 FPS, right?
Yes.
I'm running 100.
What is your refresh rate?
100. That's probably why.
So, yeah, there you go. We did it. Nice job, guys. We really put a nail in that one. Let me just, because I'm paranoid. Eh. That's
I'm like a couple seconds behind, so
I mean, I'm just typing, so you're not really missing out on much.
I'll just refresh. And to reinstall OBS to get you that video recording.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. That's good enough. Push that. Okay, cool. I was just putting that on Git so that if I screwed anything up, I can go back, because Lord knows I'm gonna screw something up. Okay, the thing I was actually gonna do was look around at this background here. So I'm trying to figure out.
I do like the blackish gray background.
Okay.
You know, it'd be cool having like a little like effect, like one of those like old TV effects, like the FNAF monitor effect, you know.
Like scan lines?
Yeah, scan lines. I don't know if you would be considering that or.
It's not that I really have an art style in mind for this game. I mean, clearly the graphical fidelity is super high on this one, but it's a square. I don't know how well that would fit. I don't know. It's something shaders and whatnot, because that would be a shader thing. Is something I'll experiment with later. Yeah, and it just means I'm gonna go steal someone else's shader code because I can't write shader code, because I'm stupid. But yeah. Here, also, I guess if you want to, let me share this. There. Congratulations.
Oh my god.
You don't have to watch the stream anymore.
It's just so blurry.
You know what, man? I'm streaming I'm streaming twice. Right? You take what you can get. Man, I'm gonna leave background for now. To me, this game always screams bright white background, so this just feels weird to me. But I think it feels better on the eyes, so I'll leave it as is for now. There we go. Ta-da! Okay. I guess I honestly don't really have much else that I want to add. Oh, thanks itch.io for sending me an email saying I've published my project. I would have never known. Enemies. I think we should do enemies.
Enemies? Yes.
Yeah. Alright, we're actually doing programming today, so I'm kind of scared, because normally we don't actually program on these streams. I just talk for an hour. I'm trying to remember, because for the old Endurance, what did I use? Because I used a different system. Let me just make it how I would probably make it. So this is probably going to be in...
Can I make you like a quick sketch of like your title page?
Hmm?
I make like a quick sketch for like a title page for you.
Do you want to?
Yeah.
Sure, go ahead. No, know that I won't be paying you.
Yeah, I don't care.
Feel free. You can make fan art of the square if you want. I don't really care.
I'm trying to find my drawing tablet.
Oh. So yeah, I'm debating. I'm thinking I want, because I don't think it'd be a, well, I guess it would technically be a character body. It's just normally I would use character bodies for players. Yeah. Specialized for characters moved by script. And it is used by script, meant to be user controlled. They're not affected by physics at all, but they affect other physics bodies in their path. I'm more tempted towards rigid body. Only problem is I don't really use rigid bodies, so I don't really know how they work. Let me see, because I really like the way enemies were put together in the old Endurance. Let me see how I did that. If I go into Endurance, I have no idea what you just said, by the way. Yeah. So for those wondering, this is what the old project looks like. Kind of a shit show.
I found it. No, I said let us go back.
No. Let's rewind. Let me see. Oh, I guess they are. They are character bodies, aren't they? Okay. I guess that... No, that makes sense. Let me see, because it extends enemy. What is the enemy base class? There's a character body. Has a hitbox, so I already have a component for that. Yay. Move towards position. Okay.
What was your art program again? I forgot.
Mine?
Yes.
The one I used on Linux is whatever this Krita? I don't know.
Yeah. I was thinking of that one.
I mean, yeah, you can use it if you want. I don't really care what you do. Krita. Okay. Yeah, this enemy is kind of a, in my opinion, it's kind of a mess. I mean, they have state machines, but ugh. I don't know. Let me. Okay, so we're gonna do a character body. I've decided. In my infinite wisdom, I've plagiarized from myself, and we're gonna be doing a character body. So, let's start with a regular ass enemy. Character body. Oh hell yeah. Let's just call this normal enemy cool, nice. Scenes. Let's add a folder because there's gonna be a bunch of different enemies, hopefully, maybe.
I got ideas.
Oh.
If you want to hear them.
What are these ideas for exactly?
Your enemies.
For different enemies? I mean,
yeah.
Sure, go ahead and get them out there.
Different looking enemies. So we got the regular enemy, which is probably going to be red, that you're probably going to add. Blue enemies are speedy ones. The purple ones are the big slow ones, you know.
Okay.
We add like little faces to them, you know, have them have little personalities.
Okay.
Of course, I am drawing that up right now in Krita. So, if you'd like to give me a couple of minutes, I can show you some examples.
Okay. Well, to just, I guess, add on to that really fast, I know that in the earlier Endurance, is I guess that's what we're gonna call it. There was a fast enemy and a slow enemy. The fast enemy was purple, and the slow enemy was orange.
Okay. Create. Okay. Let's put that in the full screen, baby.
Let me see. How exactly? Because I know that this collision shape is used for... Is this for like colliding with obstacles? I'm gonna say... This is an enemy, and it collides with obstacles, and that's about it. I'm going to kind of decrease this, or increase this a little bit actually. 58. There we go. So now I want to attach a hitbox component as well as a health component. And this hitbox needs its own collision shape. I want this collision shape to be much bigger. In fact, I'm going to make the hitbox take up... let's do one less than that. There we go. That feels better to me. Connect up the health. Enemy's only going to have the one health, at least its regular one is. Make sure that this hitbox has the correct layering so that it knows what it can interact with. So it should really only be able to interact with the player. I think. Does that make sense in my head? Yes, I think that makes sense in my head. Because, yeah, here we don't really get much there, but with this, we get these. Okay.
The hell did I break?
I think this makes sense. So we have an enemy. Just for the time being, I'm gonna just get him dropped into the scene. He doesn't do anything right now. That's okay. We'll start somewhere.
We'll start somewhere.
I'm gonna just put him there he is. There's our little guy. Let me make sure that I can interact with him properly. Never mind, it has broken. Let's see, what's the problem here? Time left on... where are we at? First time left. Ah, I get why that would be. Hold on. Here we are. Okay. So, the reason this is happening is because I've moved the UI to load first. Of course I did. That's definitely a problem for later. Okay, interesting. So I collide here. Let me quickly write up a script for the enemy. I'm thinking inheritance for this one, and then... so let's just go add an enemy folder. Hopefully I won't have to use it much because I'm going to be a smart programmer, but it's not fun. Enemy. I'll just call this enemy.gd8. Class name so we can use it elsewhere. Then, just for now, I want to get this body entered when the hitbox component is entered. Go.
Okay, so I got the like the first whips, I guess. Oh.
Okay.
I was thinking about that.
Oh, they're adorable.
They're adorable. Aw.
Look at them. They're tiny.
They have eyes now.
They do have eyes. I never thought about eyes.
You never thought about eyes, eyebrows, you know?
I mean, once you get used to just staring at squares, it's kind of hard to imagine them. I mean, there was the boss with eyes, technically. But, you know, that really count. Let's see. I wanted to add...
Oh, someone's calling me.
Okay. Okay, so we can detect whether or not we enter it. Ooh.
I should probably not make the enemy's eyes or the friendly eyes green.
Make sure that those enter. I was gonna try something, but I didn't because I'm a dumbass. Yeah, I've received an image. Huh. Is this our player?
This is our player, yes.
This is the hero of the story right there.
How do you feel about that?
Got his nice happy eyes. I mean, I like the idea of them having eyes. I just don't know how well it would look in gameplay. I feel like if he's moving around, he needs some like Kirby style eyes where he's like kind of angry a little bit, you know what I mean? Did that fire twice? That better not have fired twice.
Better not give me a longer cooldown.
I should really change the cooldown while I'm testing this because this is ridiculous. That didn't even fire once. I missed. Okay. I don't think it's firing twice. I don't know why it would fire twice. Well, no, I think I might know why it would fire twice. Well, no. No, it shouldn't be. No, we should be fine. Okay. No, I'm gonna... Because it's looking for... I'm gonna double check. I'm very paranoid. Let me just, like, make this guy huge so I can't miss him. There we go. Jesus. Yep, can't miss that.
You know what this reminds me of? Are you adding hitbox? I'm guessing, yeah. It says entered player.
So, only other thing that I would probably do is all enemies I want to get sorted behind... Well, I don't know, actually. What I want them...
Well, if you want Kirby eyes, I can try to add Kirby eyes.
I mean, I like what you're going for, but like I said, I think, you know, he has to be, he's got to be, like, determined, you know? He can't just be happily, you know, trotting along if he's got, like, all these mass murderers around him.
Oh, I get you.
Okay. Now... let's do body equals body as player. And if the body still exists... Okay, so that does give me autocomplete. Thank God! Am I being notified? Okay, so if body, then we need to check for the player's invulnerable stat. So, if the body is invulnerable, then we need to send information. Then we need to get the health component. Just... I'm trying to think, is this how you would do that? I feel like this would be in here, though. No? Let's just do it this way for now. Let's do... Oh, boy. Jesus Christ. He's a happy boy. Very happy boy.
Anyway, I should probably make that little title screen I said I was going to do. Those concepts of it. Have you decided a name yet?
For the game?
Yes.
No. Like I said, best I got right now is just this temporary Project Dash.
Sounds spooky.
Kill fired. Okay. I'll check, make sure all my logic here still makes sense. Kinda. No, that definitely activated twice. I'm not crazy. Okay, whatever. I don't think I ever reset players' invulnerability. That is something I didn't even think about. Okay, so after... Right, I need an iframe timer. Right. Let's add it here. Why not? This dash component already kind of does this, so... So let's go ahead. We'll give you like, yeah, three seconds of invincibility. That's fine. So let me go up here and get that. Let's go and start the iframe timer here. And then hook up this here to dash component. Reset the invulnerability. Just in case this is running, I'm gonna stop it. That should do it. Okay. There we go. We have a game. Not a very fun one, but a game.
Maybe I should not press Control P.
There we go. Okay. The only other thing I want to do is add that flashing animation. Let me... Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I'm gonna add anim. It's getting to that point where I feel like things are getting messy again. Modulate. Although we're already using modulate for this, but that's save the point. Don't snap to this stupid value. There we go.
Where's the brush size tool? Make it 12.
This repeat. Make sure the reset is right there. Perfect. Okay. That should be fine then. I just need to get a reference to it. Player right there. This feels like a mess, but I don't care. Give that a shot, I guess. There we go. Okay. That flashing needs to be a little bit faster, I think. Yeah, we need to increase the speed on that. Also flip this. Let's do 128. 55. I believe I can just increase speed scale here, right? Yeah, okay. That should be better. The only other thing that kind of looks weird is the particles behind me, but oof, that's not quite what I was going for.
Layers, people. Layers.
Just do this, I guess. Five, one.
Maybe I shouldn't draw with the same color.
Mm-hmm. Okay. This feels like kind of a mess, but hopefully... Okay. That works just fine. Then if I run into the enemy, yep, that attempts to kill me anyways. Kills the enemy, kills the enemy, kills the enemy, kills the enemy, kills the enemy. Kills me. Okay. That interaction seems correct. So let's actually run that now. First thing I think we really need is something to happen on player. I'll add a kill state in a little bit. For now, let's make something happen when the enemy dies. And I'm thinking I'm going to steal these explosion particles from the player, paste them in here, and then just change the color. It's genius.
Crazy.
display color. Just make it all straight red. There we go. Cool. I received another picture. Alright guys, check out my new Scratch game. It's called Project Dash. Create a heart and star and friend for friend. So just put a comment on my profile and I'll friend you back, I promise. Add me to your studio. Okay, there we go.
What do you think about it so far?
It's certainly interesting. It's giving me Battle for Dream Island vibes.
Never heard of it.
I didn't watch it. It was the show with like all the random objects that talked on an island. Like there's a pen and a bubble or something.
It's an animated series.
Correct.
I put the Project Dash there because it's a placeholder.
Nice.
Could be a good name for it, but you know.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll keep it. I don't know.
You heard him here first. He's gonna keep it.
Yes, I'm 100% totally gonna keep it. An entity killed. This up. Now, from here, let's just get the health component really fast. Connect it via code. There we go. Okay. I leave damage by... I'm circumventing my own system here, but
Don't do that.
that's a problem for later me to figure out. And a message to later me, I apologize in advance. But first, I wanted to do this thing. Death particles.
A million.
Let me rename this to that. Death particles. Let's go ahead and put this in here.
I wonder. What if I play it on a drawing tab? Oh, nope, I can't.
I don't think that would work.
It doesn't.
You want
It
me to
would
add,
be cool though.
You want me to add support for the drawing tablet?
Yep.
Maybe someday soon.
We'll put it on the back burner.
Exactly. Okay, that should do that. Let's see if I broke anything.
Kill player.
Ooh, that's
Oh.
fun.
Just crashes the game, yeah.
Let me see. I think I know why. At a default value. Try again.
Let's try again.
Missed. Oh, look at him go. He's gone. I killed him. Jesus Christ. Those were kind of going slow. Let me bump that up just a little bit.
Let me bump it up to 1 million.
Can I increase acceleration? Give it a shot, I guess. Increase this velocity. Take it just... There we go. Okay. Try again. Oh. Looks about the same.
What about when you die?
When I die, it just prints something. I'm pretty sure I didn't add that yet. Let me see. Okay, so there's that. But if I run into it, kill player.
Wow, she's surely dead.
Really got him.
Oh my god.
Oh. That's
I thought you made a death animation already. I guess
not yet, just because I don't have a game over screen yet.
Do you really need one though?
Yes.
Just crash the whole PC.
Crash the whole PC.
Like your ultra death mode. Crashes the whole PC.
Here I go. Is this what you wanted?
No, I want the whole PC, not the game. I want to be evil.
Let's see. What? What does this do? Crashes the engine. Oh my god, that's hilarious. No issue. Make sure we're saved. Okay, I'm just walking along, all of a sudden... Oh, that sucked. That was lame.
Doesn't pop up.
I was told the whole engine would die.
What if one special enemy out of like a couple just crashes you randomly?
Wait, I can kill processes? That's a bad idea. Here we go. Not working on the game. Let me go see if I can find the process ID for the guh-dough engine. The guh-dough 27192. No, 192. Oh. Whoa.
What?
How?
What?
How am I still here?
Oh. You crashed the engine?
You
broke it. It's just stuck in an endless void forever.
And there we go. Good work, guys. Really.
You really put the metal to the pedal, huh?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to... Because, of course, there are enemies that are going to have more health. I've already planned on that, and I also might want to add health to regular enemies as well. So I want to keep the health component. I want to keep the hitbox component, but I'm trying to figure out the best way to do that. I guess, well, here, if we're only looking for one thing, no matter what, it's gonna have to do damage. So if on here, in the health component, let me connect the health component to itself with a body entered. On body entered, body, no 2D. So from this point, let me do damage. Why are you yellow?
Why are you yellow?
Never used. Oh, that's fine. Because this component can be used by anything. So I shouldn't have to check for this. Well, the only problem is because then... This is one of those moments where I can't just like do something. I have to sit and think. That detects inside it, and instead of damaging, what if it just sends a signal? Instead of making the hitbox damage, let me get rid of this. I only want this to detect This is inaccurate now, so I'll fix that later.
Is this supposed to be for the head? I think that's supposed to be. The body's falling.
I guess at that rate, do I need a hitbox component? Because I want everything to have a hitbox, but it doesn't need special. Because that could be handled here.
Okay, do you want to make a simple game or a fancy-ish game?
I mean, I guess fancy-ish. I mean, you've played the older version. I want to make it a little more presentable than that.
Then add like stuff you haven't added. Add like stuff like, oh, this could be fun. Experiment. Isn't that what coding's all about? Experimenting?
Yeah. And kind of like I said at the beginning of the stream, these are the core systems of the game. And I know they always say just put something down and fix it later. This is later. I want to make sure that this is modular enough to where adding an enemy, like a new enemy type, doesn't take, 500 new lines of code.
What do you have for now? Class name enemy extends character body 2D health. So the enemy has health?
Yes. Because if you know, in the original game, there's really only one enemy that had more than one health.
That was the bosses.
Well, there's one just regular enemy. It was like the shielded enemy. It was slightly pink. And yeah, and if you hit it once, it would stay alive. You had to hit it twice. So I'm almost thinking, if I want to keep everything to where it's a one hit, one kill.
I'd say like
that would be. Go ahead.
I'd say like save like the tankier enemies for like later waves or like something like that. Like bosses and mini bosses, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Function on hit component body entered body note 20 void or 2D body equals body's player if only active body if body is vulnerable health else. What are you trying to do again? I'm sorry.
Well, I'm trying to figure out whether or not, because I'm building up these little components, right, that I want to be able to just drag into anything and give it health or give it a hitbox, right, instead of having to program all that multiple times.
So
I'm trying to figure out if that's necessary.
Wouldn't you just have to add like the class name and then like the enemy name and then just copy and paste it?
No, the the problem with copy and paste is that it makes your project bigger, and it means that if you want to change something for all enemies, then you have to change it in like 25 different places.
Okay, so how many enemies are you gonna have?
I don't know.
I
Right
think we
now,
should figure that out first.
yeah, right now I think I'm just gonna shoot for the same number and kinds of enemies that are in the original, which, with that metric or that goal, has led me to the decision. I don't think for the enemies, I don't think I need a health component. I don't need a health component.
Enemies, no. If you're gonna one-shot them, no. Bosses, yes. Or shielded guys, or whatever.
Yeah. For shielded guys, I can write. I can keep health components because I might also want to keep a health component on the player for potential like you can buy an upgrade that gives you more hit points or something.
Okay. How did you buy upgrades in the last version?
You didn't.
Like, oh, why did we have an inventory?
Those were for power-ups you collected during the game. So the
Okay.
little things that appeared all around. Some of them were those traps where if you touched them, they activated instantly. Some of them were power-ups that you could, pick up and then use at any time, which was a change from the original Endurance, where any power-up you touched, it would just automatically activate. Did you ever play the original Endurance?
Kind of, like
I
a long
think
time
so.
ago.
Yeah, it's been a while since that one. Yeah, I think I'm overcomplicating it. I'm going to strip away health from the enemies, and I'm gonna
Keep
make.
health from.
Yeah, I'll keep it as like I'm not gonna delete it like from the game. I just don't think
I
I
thought
need
you
it
did.
for. No, I mean I deleted it from here from the enemy, but like the script is still down here. I can still access it.
I'm wondering, much health is the player gonna have? Like 3, 2, 1.
Well, by default it's 1. So.
Okay, so if you get hit once, then you're dead.
Mm-hmm.
I would say 3.
Maybe.
Yeah, and then like little health packets, like little heart-shaped health packets you could pick up around the map or when you defeat like an enemy, a certain amount of enemies.
Mm-hmm. And I like that
Right.
idea, and I'm probably gonna put it on the Trello board. But
It's like my ideas.
for now, like I said, I just kind of want to build up to what I had before. Just
So you
with
just don't want.
the whole reason I'm recreating this like from scratch is because that other project, to me anyways, maybe I'm being overcritical. To me, that whole project is kind of a mess. It's very hard to add new, like, you. It's very hard to add new power-ups. It's very hard to add new enemies, because it's not put together very well.
I would ask to see the old code, but I don't know if you have it.
I was looking at it earlier. Let me. Yeah, this is because like here's the player, and this is the enemy. But here in the player, it's just kind of
100 and about like 150-ish, 160-ish code.
But like in the enemy here, it's kind of long, and I just.
You think you can shorten that?
I think I can make it more modular. That's kind of my goal, is make it modular, so make it scalable. And I think this was a step up, but I think I can do better than this. Because like in here, this thing has its own script. Multi-enemy has its own script. The manager's kind of a mess. These are... So, anyways, I think what I'm gonna do for the enemies and the player and the hitbox and whatnot is I'm gonna keep it as its own separate thing, but I don't think it needs its own script. So I'm basically just keeping an area 2D. So at that point, just add your own. Okay. So you don't need anything extra. The only... Honestly, I think this being hooked up to the main enemy script is fine, because every enemy needs to be able to interact with the player and do something different when hit by the player.
What about on entity killed?
So what I'm gonna do there, for one, strip away this, change this to just kill, change this to just kill, and then this will probably get modified as well, because some other things that we need in here, because this isn't just a normal enemy, this is kind of the base for every enemy. So let me do export var, reward equals 0. So this is how many this is how many points that you get when you kill the enemy. And then I'll add stuff like speed once I actually start making it move.
Are you trying to get like the highest score?
Yeah, this is a high score game.
Oh, I thought you could get like coins and buy upgrades and like I thought it was like a wave type game.
Well, that's kind of what I'm thinking for this new version, but for the older versions, it was purely just run around and see how long you can last, hence the name Endurance.
Just build a script and run around. Circle them.
Because I think box. Let me remake this really fast. Let me create a new area 2D hitbox right here. Take this collision shape. In fact, don't even do that. Just move it.
I wonder. Are you gonna make like the hitboxes visible?
Sorry?
Like a visible hitbox?
I don't think I would make them visible. That wouldn't really be necessary.
In this dev test?
Oh yeah, I can do that in the dev test really easy. Debug visible collision shapes. So we move all this to this, so we aren't using this hitbox component anymore. So I really don't think it's necessary to have its own separate scene. I can just make one myself every time. Hitbox. And this can collide with, so player can collide with enemies, bosses, and projectiles. All the things that can hurt it. Meanwhile, this is an enemy, and the only thing that can hurt it is the player.
Other enemies. Oh, that would be so cool. Other enemies can kill other enemies so they can upgrade.
That would be interesting.
Interesting concept.
To the Trello board.
You know, there's level 1 enemies, level 2 enemies, and so forth.
Yeah. Okay. By the end of the stream, here's my goal. Before the stream is over, I either lose my voice or we get an enemy moving around and attacking the player. That's the goal.
Or trying to make a basic AI that can move.
Yeah, basically, what a low bar. But yeah, pretty much. So let's see if I can do that. So we have a basic kill here. It just explodes and then deletes itself. The only other things that need to happen here would be this being disabled, because I don't want to be able to interact with it again while it's already dead.
I mean, ghost.
Great. Or while it's dying. What is one-way collision? Shall only detect collision on one side. Oh, okay.
Wouldn't you want a collision on all sides?
Yes, I'm just reading.
And can you also kill enemies on it, like a vertex?
Yes. Nope, I minimized guh-dough. Not quite what I'm going for. Oh yeah, I also need to add the very necessary drop shadow. There.
I don't know what you're gonna see with a darkish background.
Well, you could see it when it was bright, but
Maybe make it white.
that's for another time. So this should be fine then. Let me make sure that none of the changes I made have broken anything. Ding, you can see the hitbox. If I could hit it, there we go. Okay.
This stays like a second after.
Yeah, that bit, the hitbox is still there. It's just while it's exploding, I hide the sprite. So I want to.
Why not kill the sprite, not hide the sprite?
Well, I can kill the sprite, but that's going to do the same thing as hide. I don't want to kill the entire enemy yet, because the enemy includes the particles that appear when it dies. And so if I kill it early, there will be no particles to show.
Why not put the particles first and then kill the enemy?
That is what I'm doing. So the particles show, it waits until the particles are done, and then the enemy is removed from the game. So this should prevent me, if I was competent. Jesus Christ! Ooh, error. Come on.
Error.
Can't change this to all flushing queries. Interesting.
He's trying to make this bug free.
Yes. Is that happening? Oh, I think that was just happening because I wasn't clicked into the game.
Bugger 1.
That isn't that big of a deal. So yeah, it should just be disabling this. Let me hide this one so I can see the actual hitbox. Okay, it is disabling it correctly. See?
That's a little bit of a problem, isn't it? Infinite points, let's go!
Weird. Ooh, 25.
I wonder. I
Okay.
wonder why it's 25.
So, it didn't like this. Which is very
It
interesting.
did not like you just keep attacking.
So if I start with it disabled, is it still interactable? No. Click. Yeah, so it can't set that while I'm... Oh, what kind of issue is it this time? What if I do this here first? Just out of sheer curiosity. Let me. Nope, it's giving me the same error. Okay. This is great.
Why not shrink the enemy instead of like shrink the enemy's hitbox so small you can't see it or kill it?
I could, but theoretically I should just be able to disable it, and that's it. The reason it's doing this, I don't... It's because something's going on at some time. Oh, I think it's because it's still going through this? So, here, let me just do what it suggests really fast, see if that fixes it, and if it does, I'll look up and see if I can actually figure out something.
I was wondering, like,
So let me do hitbox set for not thread group disabled. Okay, so this should, yeah, this should do this at the end of the frame, which won't cause any weird issues.
no
Closer.
issues.
Let me just double check that. Did I run into it now? Yep, dead. I think that did it.
No more no points.
I think it happened, ladies and gentlemen. I created a video game.
Well, you got rid of the fun part of getting infinite points, but you know, it's whatever.
Nice. Okay, the particles happen. Let's call it an animation.
What about a kill counter?
All the other games have had that, actually. It's just in the most recent one, it doesn't show it until you die. In the original, so if I go over here, the original, yeah.
In the beginning.
If I boot this garbage up, gotta blow the dust off of it. You come in here, these are the number of kills. So if I maybe...
Damn, those purple ones are fast.
Ow!
And those are the shielders.
Yeah, I forgot this version doesn't have iframes, so you better know when you're dashing and when you're not dashing. But in the newest version, if I come over here, okay, and we've popped up on a different short.
Yeah, I saw that before. I was like, huh.
Let me go in here. This is the guide, by the way, that talks about all the
Screen wiper. What the hell is a screen wiper?
Yeah, if we go in here. Oh, I got. No, please. It's just there.
Oh, I can't hear it, so.
That's fair. But for the stream.
Where's the purple one going?
Kill. Oh, no, one died. Enemies killed. There you go.
Wow.
Incredible work. Alright, yes. Glad build. So, there we go. Very cool. Put this on my other monitor. So yeah, this should be fine.
Collision during death.
Sure.
Yeah.
Kill, reward.
Reward 1. I guess you do need to add a reward counter, don't you?
Yeah, that is. I think I already have put together a global scene. Yep. So this is probably where score is gonna go. So
We're making a global leaderboard.
Bar. No. Global is in the whole project can see it.
Man, I wanted to beat other players to this and be the first one to get 99999.
You certainly can.
No, it's not fun if I don't see other people do it.
Yes. So the current game store. This will probably get moved to someplace else later. I don't know.
You know, it'd be funny
Hmm.
making a battle royale.
Oh god.
People killing people.
Hell yeah. Do that. Scroll down here. Let me make sure that you get your reward.
1 point. Yippee.
Here we go.
Increase
Cool.
scope.
Just for the time being, I'll throw this in somewhere.
Is it the... Why does it have to be so tiny?
Because I can't be bothered to change the font size right now.
Or
0. Just come in here, I think is where I'm doing right now. Debug score.text equals score. Okay, so now if I come here, bada bing, bada bing, boom, there we go. Scores 1, fine and dandy. I'll add an actual UI later, just so I don't have to see the score through like an endless scroll and the output down here. So keep that there. This is also, right now I'm just using this to quit the game after you press escape twice. I'll add an actual pause menu later.
you know, my mind just keeps wandering, keep coming up with ideas, you know.
Yeah, I keep doing that as well, but then I have to remember that I'm the one actually making the game, so I have to actually make those things, and that really really limits what I think about, because I'm like, there's no way in hell I can do that.
So it's like, it could be like a beat game where you kill enemies. It's like da 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 da, and then you get power up at like the top, and then it restarts.
I mean, I intend for this game to be an arcade high score sort of deal. I don't really plan on changing the genre or anything. But I was thinking about, I think it's in the Trello board, like a combo system where you kill enough enemies in succession, you get more points, or like a multiplier or something.
If you kill enemies like in a row, that is a combo. Never mind.
Yeah,
that is a combo.
That's a combo.
Okay, here's another thing. I saw your enemies like go through each other in your old games. Are they gonna go through each other again or no?
Probably. I mean,
all you would have to do is add collision to them.
well, you say that. If I remember correctly, yeah, character body meant to be user controlled. They are not affected by physics at all, but they affect other physics bodies in their path. So I believe. Let me just see. If I turn on enemy here, does my player actually physically collide with them? Okay. So I mean, theoretically I could, if I really wanted to. I thought it would be a lot more than that. Oh, you just slide straight off of it. Look at that.
Hey, buddy, I want to talk to you about your insurance.
I just want to talk to him. But see, now that's fun. Because
Nice talking.
the
Now you can't kill him.
yeah, this hitbox here is slightly bigger than the one that detects if you're killing it or not. So you run into this one, you don't get to this one.
So why not just make it bigger?
Let's see. Well, just because that's not really what I'm doing right now. The reason I have this extra hitbox, rather than just saying, does it touch the enemy? If so, then kill it, is because I was running into issues where if you run into a bunch of enemies, it doesn't kill them fast enough, and you kind of get stalled as you run into them. It was a problem that I had with an older version that I rectified by having a separate thing that only checks for, you know, hitting the player. So, it means there's 2 collision shapes, but it's, oh well. Performance be damned. Let me see. Oh, I just realized, Mr. Man, welcome back to the stream. I apologize, I didn't have a chat open.
Bad streamer.
I know, bad streamer. I'm sorry. As soon as I get into a Discord call, I just forget about the fact that there's a live stream chat going on. Speaking of Mr. Man, have you heard of the Silicontent Discord server? It's dead, but you can still join it using the link in the description. Just kill me already. That was...
That's very bad.
Very bad. Okay, so let me do... separate things really fast.
Oh, that's a lot of details.
Just to make a little separator.
Carlson. I don't know.
Hey, let's make the damn things move. I don't even care anymore. Make them move.
You were locked in. I get why you were.
Locked in is a strong word.
He was mostly talking to me.
Pretty much. Okay. Let me see. How did I do this before? What am I doing? It's steal. Why don't we just steal?
Why don't we borrow?
Why don't we borrow from myself? Endurance. Scripts. Enemies. Enemy. One with the text editor. I don't care. Okay, what did I do? Towards the... Oof, that's... gross. Like it, though.
Damn.
So at this point, I don't have a slow factor yet, so I'm not going to worry about that. Location. Location, location, location. It was Gojo. That is... What a sentence. Destination. Okay, so for the time being, I'm just going to set location as... Oh god, every single enemy needs the player.
The player's location.
Well, for now... Here. Can you make this static? Is there anything I can do?
What's that game with circles where you have to consume other circles to get through them?
Agario?
Agario. It reminds me of Agario. What you're trying to do, but just kill enemies.
Kind of is. Annotation X4 cannot be applied to a static variable. You. How does that sound? Sorry, that was needlessly aggressive.
Whoa.
Still yelling at me. Weird global position. Oh, duh, I need speed. Okay. We're making an enemy, just to update you, Mr. Man. What's the player's speed?
I thought it was 1.
1,000.
1,000. That's close enough.
700. What? Okay, speed multiplier, get rid of it. I don't need it. Those are all fancy things. What? Okay.
This is how a grown person cries over a video game fans.
Never make video games, kids. It's not fun. Actually, that's a joke. Make video games. Video games are fun to make. I'm just an idiot.
It's not like he's going to college for it or anything.
Yeah, it's not like it's my fucking degree. Base speed. Well, no, it's not my degree. The degree is computer science. It's not game development. Jeez.
This is kind of sciencey, though.
I could not submit this as a science paper, I don't think. Something tells me. Let me just...
I don't know. I don't think the teacher would approve me playing, making a game on a paper.
Okay. This should theoretically work. Just to make sure I don't get immediately jumped, I'm gonna put him over here.
Let me really jump.
Ooh, that's good. Oh, duh,
Oh.
player. Oh! Oh!
Well, he was about to get jumped.
Okay. I've made it. Video game! I mean, you still can't die, but video game!
Kill him.
Eh. Okay.
Now, will the enemy have those particles, those green ones that follow you, but red?
I'm thinking about it. I was thinking, because in the here we go again. In the original game, the enemy can like have a couple different states. It can be wandering around, or it can be chasing you, or it can be spawning in. Those are like its 3 states. So I was almost thinking, as it wanders around, maybe it doesn't have the particles, or maybe it has less particles, and then when it's chasing you, it has more particles. I don't know. I was also playing around with or thinking about if anyone has ever played Just Shapes and Beats. You play as a square in that one. You also dash in that one, so I basically just ripped off their game. But in that game, it's very stretchy and fluid, where if you move around, you kind of stretch in the direction that you're moving. So I was thinking about doing that for this guy. I just haven't done it yet. I don't know how I feel about it, because the move particles already kind of convey that. I don't know. I mean, right now he's just kind of a square. Look at him go.
Oh no, he's dead.
These are all things that can happen later. It's not that big of a deal.
Guys, he can end stream now. He made a basic AI.
Well, hold on.
Okay, well, never mind. Never mind, I guess.
That's actually
Death effects.
Do I have that imported? No, I do not. I need to steal for myself again.
Oh.
Death. Enemy death.
Oh. Black checkerboard. What does enemy death sound like? I couldn't hear it, but you know.
You know, it's... Well, here, let me actually see if I can... Let me fix that really fast. Yeah, sure. I don't know. That'll probably fix it. Here.
Oh, that's loud.
Why is the
make it a little
format quite okay audio? Awesome. That describes my game right there. Quite okay. Yeah.
I'm hearing different music now. I don't know if that's you or not.
Oh, that's just the music I have on the background in the stream.
Oh. Okay. Maybe this should be like the game music.
Well, I was probably gonna make a remake of the one I had in the original game, because this is original music. And I actually, not that you can hear it over the other music, but do that. We only get this once, so I'm not worried about getting its own reference.
I mean,
I guess. Well, no, we get these twice. I'll leave that as is.
what are we about?
That has a little bite to it, rather than just him exploding. Cool.
I hope before the game gets published, there's a volume bar.
like I said, the settings comes with the DLC. You have to buy the DLC first to get the settings.
God damn it, man. Oh. Guys, can you guys pay me so I can get the DLC?
Oh. Everyone go to Timeless Arcane on Twitch, I guess. What?
What? I guess there's a donation button there.
Okay, you just spoke moon runes for a second, so I wasn't quite sure what you said.
Hey, that's a great idea for the story. Moon runes.
Oh my god, bro. Bro's writing fanfic about a game that isn't even out yet.
It's not even a game.
Yes.
It's about a story.
Like, technically, it's a... Well, no, it's not a game because it doesn't have a lose condition. There we go.
Lose condition if you die. Get tree.
There. Okay, if you lose, game crashes. We did it, guys! Game over.
I want like a whole virus, man. Come on.
I'm not going out and searching for a virus or making a virus. I could. But I'd have to find a virus that works on like multiple different operating systems. And on the web. Anyways, what time are we at this point? 2 hours? Okay. I think it's about time we call it. I think there's a solid progress here. I'll go ahead and... I think this counts as 0.3 there. We'll get a build of this. Just so
Get a pill.
you guys can play it, I guess. I don't fucking know. If you want
Man, I would
to.
I'd love to play it 0.0.2.3.
Unfortunately, we're skipping that version. We're going straight to 0.0.3.
No!
And I'll go ahead and get the itch page a little better looking. And then get stuff moved over off the old endurance page. I don't know. I didn't make a separate page at first because I figured I have 3 pages of basically the same game.
The classic, the normal, and the remake.
The definitive edition.
It's like Super Mario Bros. Wii U, Super Mario Wii U's Deluxe.
That's
Like,
no, that's right. I am Nintendo. Actually, this game is coming out. It's going to be a Switch exclusive. Only the Switch 1 though, not the Switch 2. I fucking hate that thing.
Oh damn.
I am not spending my money on a slightly better Switch that I can't even... Ugh, I don't like them. They don't click right. It's just strange. Strange device. Hey, we're down to 33 megabytes now. That's right. I'm the optimization guy. Anyways.
Optimize your game in one line of code.
That's right. Just delete the entire project. That's how to optimize. Anyways, for now, that's it. Thank you, everyone, for joining me for programming. Content coming out eventually. If you want to see the other games that I've made, they're on itch. There's a link in the description. None of them are good. That's the end of the statement. I guess if you want to see me make more games, I've done those on Twitch. I have a Twitch VODs playlist. You can go check those out. I don't think Tyler was there for any of those, so you don't get to hear him. Sorry. We've
I
done
wouldn't
some.
even want to hear myself.
We've done some stupid stuff on there. Anyways, you've been on YouTube before. You know all the buttons to click. I'm not gonna keep you any longer. Thank you, Tyler, for joining me. Do you have any last words to say?
You joined me actually, so.
That's a great point, actually. But final words?
My final words are: you better subscribe to this man, or he'll come from your bed at 3 a.m. if you don't subscribe and like this.
I do know where you live.
He does know where I live.
And that's not just a timeless. This is to everyone on the stream. I know where you live, and if I don't, I will soon. So
He knows your exact coordinates.
that's actually what I'm doing after the stream. Is I'm going to your house, and if I don't see that you're subscribed, well, let's just say that there won't be much of a house to go back to. So better get to it. Yeah. I don't know. I don't got anything else. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye. Nice. Good end to a stream, Luke. You're a real professional. This is why they pay you the big bucks.
Sponge platformer. Cave diver.
Yeah, exactly.
Never heard of those.
Well, it's because I never finished them.
Oh.
Yeah.